Hey there folks, this is GreenyXI welcoming you right back to Let's Play Higurashi. It's been, well, I looked at my YouTube channel and it was like 4 or 5 months ago, maybe 4 months ago since the first arc was released on Steam and everything and we were recording before. Well, this is the second arc, it's finally come to Steam as a separate game itself and it's 10% off right now if you wanted to try it, but it's up to you. And this is episode 25, so welcome back if you saw the first arc. If you haven't seen the first arc, then you're going to be missing out on a lot. So I recommend you do that first. It's up on my YouTube channel, or you can buy it yourself. It's really cheap on Steam. So yeah, we are back. The first arc was called the Abducted by Demons arc, and it was all about Keiichi, sort of how he was the victim of the curse of Hanamizawa. Well, this arc is called the Watanagashi arc, or the Cotton Drifting arc. If you remember the Cotton Drifting Festival, well, there's a bit more going on in this arc to do with that. There's an entirely different story to it. One of the different club members is going to be the victim instead of Keiichi, but you still see it through Keiichi's eyes. And there's a new character or two along the way, completely different story, like I said. So I hope it's good. I haven't played this before. I've only played the first arc, and that was when we did it before. So should we get started? I cannot wait to see how this one goes. It's a great story. It really builds upon the first one in a completely different way. Oh, it looks different too. Watanagashi, the most possibilities. How was your taste of life in Hanamizawa? A curse or conspiracy? I believe you have fully enjoyed everything and everyone seeming suspicious. Here at last, it is no surprise attack, but a real direct incident. Please enjoy it. The difficulty is lower than Onakakushi, but it is extremely vicious. It says difficulty. There was no gameplay. I don't know what that means, but the look so far, this red effect and everything, looks amazing. I love black and red in horrors. Let's get started. Nope, got a bit of laughter going on. This is really updated, I'm surprised. I will not quench your thirst, for you seek the truth and cannot accept that. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist. But I still want to quench your thirst, for I am the one who cast you into the desert. Frederica Burncastle. Frederica, she is from Yuminiko, but she's sort of a recurring character. She's hard to describe, and we'll get to know her as we go on. Fictional work, I know. AD 1983, the early summer of 58th year of the Showa era. So it's the same time as the last arc. I don't know if we'll have as much filler in this one, because we had loads in the first one to get to know the characters. The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. Oh, that'll be stunning. Huh? Wasn't today Sunday? Wasn't it basically my style to stay up late on Saturday and sleep through the morning on Sunday? Oh, I know how you feel. Or was I waking up at this disgustingly wholesome hour? Back to sleep, back to sleep. See, I can never get back to sleep once I've woken up. It takes a bit of luck. Oh, you got woken up by birds the first time, the best, and then a phone the second time, that's the worst. Keiichi, are you awake? You have a phone call. At that moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. Phone call? I sprang up out of bed, abruptly, and stampeded noisily down the stairs. He's awake. I'll put him on right now, my mother informed the person on the other end of the line. By the way, if you're a bit confused why Keiichi's alive and all that, like I said, it's a different story, different arc. It's like the same world, same characters, some new ones. But, he's going to tell a different story. They don't have a clue what happened in the last arc. You know, it's all refreshed completely. Hello? It's me. Who might this be? Morning, Keiichi-kun. You're such a sleepyhead. Such a sleepyhead. Oh, Renna, what's up? Calling so early in the morning? These two are back together again. That's good. They seem to get on so well, these two. I don't think it's so early. It's the middle of the day, you know? It was 11 o'clock. That's not the middle of the day yet. That's still sleeping time. I guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the day. So what's up? Hold on a second. I put Mi-chan on now. Oh, hi you, Kai-chan. If I were to say it in English, that'd be good morning. Oh, hi you. While we're at it, why don't you try saying it in Chinese, German and Russian as well? I know German. Guten Morgen. Ni hao, Kai-chan. Guten Morgen, Kai-chan. Yeah! Russian? Das Vidania? Oh, I have no idea. How the hell should I know? Well, whatever. This stupid conversation has woken me up. That's good to hear. So Kai-chan, you free right now? If you're good, then we got everybody. Everybody? Did you mean all the club members? That's right. You might be thinking, every day always ends in heated competition, but at least I can spend my day off peacefully. You're too naive, Kai-chan. Oh no, we're gonna make him suffer on the weekend too. Yeah, the aim of our club is to find the best solution for every situation. In other words, we don't care if it's the weekend. Oh! Looks like Keiichi has come to understand our club. So how about it? Can you come? I had absolutely nothing planned that day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun ways to pass the time would I have? If it was me, I would just play games all day. It's not like I planned on doing anything. If I said no, he'd probably just declare me the loser by default and force a penalty game on me anyways. If you understand that much, then you can't refuse, right? If you're okay with it, then meet at the usual place at 1 o'clock. We're going into town, so bring your bike, okay? Ooh, we're going into town. Club activities in town? Well, we could do them anyway. Besides, since there was a new venue, there was no way this wasn't going to be intense. I'm holding a pretty big grudge from that narrow loss a couple of days ago. I'll say it right now, I'm not going to lose. A couple of days ago was Friday's club activities, that uncompromising poker match. It was a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was last until all the points were tallied. In the end, I won by only 1 chip. Mion came in second. Damn it! To think, if I hadn't squandered that 1 chip. Mion lamented this, perhaps more so than the fact she lost the match. Mion doesn't lose. That's why Mion only whined when she let the champion's throne slip through her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody else for a close loss. So, did she mean for today to be a grudge match? Bring it on! Just like last time, I'll shut you down and make you play that penalty game. Make sure you play in a way that you won't regret it when you lose. Won't have it any other way. It'll make it all the more better when I crush you. After that, we exchanged cheers for a bit before hanging up the phone. As I headed back upstairs hastily to get the key to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down. Oh, Kai-chan. Keiichi. You seem like you're in a good mood. Heading out? Something like that. I'm going into town to play with everybody. Take care. Watch out for traffic. Be back before dinner. Yeah, I'll be back by then. After unlocking the chain from my bike in the garage, I revelled a bit in the resistance the slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. Alright, let's go. I set off on my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air. Oh, nice. It's so weird seeing them all again. It's been months since I've seen this series, or I haven't watched the anime for ages, I haven't read the manga. Keiichi-kun, you're late. Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Where's Satoko and Rika-chan? Rather than meeting up with them here, it's a lot quicker to just meet up in town. Oh, I see. If I remember correctly, Satoko and Rika-chan's houses were on the other side, past the school. Oh yeah, what's up with doing club activities in town? It can't be that everybody's going to put on masks and rob banks all day, is it? Oh, that'll be fun. I wouldn't mind doing that. Even then, I wouldn't lose to you. You see, Mi-chan always tells me the roots and shadows of the armoured bank cars. I wonder why. What? I spun around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing that. Seriously, Mion? Rena? What are you saying? Sorry, Mi-chan. Sorry. The two of them joked around. That bright laughter was the best match for a beautiful day like today. Hey, you two. Satoko and Rika-chan are waiting for us, aren't they? Let's stop fooling around and get going. Yeah, don't make them wait. Around and around, fooling about like 2 fluttering butterflies. I earnestly wished I could just keep watching them like this. But the 5 of us together would be absolutely more fun. Oh yeah. That's right, well then, let's go. It seems like Keiichi is still going to be the eyes of this arc, just like he is in the anime and the manga. It's always Keiichi as the main guy. The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Once we split the loot, everybody's scram. Yeah. Have we seen the town yet? Did we see it in the first arc? I don't think we did. The 3 of us on our bikes headed over the gently sloping hill towards town. Accelerating hard, we crested the hill. Yeah, I think these are new scenes. It's nice. The view expanded as Watanagashi station came into sight. I occasionally came to the station here. Considering the amount of effort it takes to get here though, it was quite a hassle. That's why I didn't know much about the area around the station, or Watanagashi itself for that matter. The street we were headed down today was of course unfamiliar to me as well. Going through the railway crossing, we headed past the south end of the station. This is the first time I've been this way. Around here, there's lots of things like arcades and toy stores. Michan knows a lot about it. So there's an arcade. Oh, I wish there was an arcade around here so bad. I used to go to one pretty often. My gamer's blood roils within me. Always gone to an arcade? Keiichi, you're quite the delinquent. There used to be this arcade in... It's a place called Porthcawl. It's like a holiday place in the UK. And there was this one arcade game where you would sort of have to... You'd have these 3 ball things and a screen at the front where you'd have to push the different balls depending on what minigame was on the screen. Oh my god, I wasted so much money on that. Don't even know what it was called though. Next time we're here, I'll show you where it is. It's a good one. There's quite a few machines. It seemed like the town of Watanagashi was Mion's stomping grounds. If I asked her, she could tell me a lot of things about it. Eventually, we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Was this the arcade? No, it was a smaller shop. Look at all the machines. Looking at the window display, it seemed like your everyday toy shop. But for almost 10 kids to be filing in and out of the store, they were doing almost too well for themselves. Could it be that store is having some sort of event today? Ooh. And that's why we're coming here for the challenge. Exactly. Top prize is 50,000 yen. 50,000? What the heck is that? It's money. That's the GNP of the People's Republic of Keiichi, 5 times over. 2 cute figures messing about the front of the store noticed us and waved their hands. Ah, is it? Yeah, it is. Hello everybody. We've been waiting for you. Good morning. Hey. Morning, Rika-chan. Satoko, we'll settle this before the cops get here. The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Huh? Keiichi-san? I have no idea what you're talking about. They don't know about the bank robbery. Are we late? Did we keep you two waiting? We finished early today, so we've been waiting a while. I'm sorry about that. Kei-chan here was talking. Kei-chan here was taking his sweet time. Sorry, can't talk. Well, if it was Keiichi's fault, it couldn't be helped. Saying that, Rika-chan stretched up and began patting Mion's head. Hey, wait a minute. You solving everything by making me the bad guy? Of course. Who else but Keiichi-san could fill this important role? Oh. I don't like being cast like that. If you think that this'll solve everything, you're sorely mistaken. I was feeling slightly irritated, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head. Oh my god. Beat her up. Keiichi is bullying me! Wah! It's such a shame that Keiichi's bullying you. Oh my god, she knows exactly what I was going to say. What? The other way around. Satoko's crying. She's crying. I'm taking her home. Ah, cute mode. Your big sis here will take care of the bad guy, okay? Go on. Ram! Ren ecstatically wiped the tears, which were probably fake, from Satoko's face, while Rika-chan gently patted mine as I lay sprawled on the ground. Yes, this is fine. Yup. It's the way things are supposed to be solved, by beating each other up. Although, I think we should find a new punchline before we start losing teeth. Well then, helpsy daisy. In any case, the greeting for today went well. Inside the toy shop, there were about 10 boys around the same age as me. Apparently, they all knew Mion, and finding out that she had arrived, they greeted her with jeers, a few at a time. Michan's a regular at this toy shop, so she has a lot of friends. A regular at the toy shop? What's up with that? Why wouldn't it be? They're kids. Hey, Keiichi-san, take a look back here. Following Satoko's prompting, I took a look. There were chairs lined up at tables, almost like some sort of birthday party. Ah, it's a toy shop with like tables set up so you can play all the games when you buy them, or try before you buy, or whatever the hell they're doing. That is amazing. If I was little and there was somewhere around this area like that, I would have been there all the time, just playing games all the time. Aha. I realised it immediately. It couldn't be. It's the venue for today's club activities. Surprise, Kei-chan. I'm good friends with the owner here. He sometimes lets me hold game tournaments to expand his customer base. Oh, yeah, it's a good idea. Expand his customer base, I see. Meaning all the boys living up the place were participants? That's right. Normally it's just us 5, but today we're going to play with lots and lots of people. Venna was innocently happy about being able to play with so many people, but my expression grew noticeably stern. Keiichi-san, I know exactly what you're thinking. Uh-oh. Oh? Well then, why don't you try saying it? Together, okay? 1, 2... These are all enemies! Satko's voice and mine blended together in harmony. They're gonna work together, aren't they? We looked over at the participants. After all, the top prize was 50,000 yen. My eyes lit up like a flame. Hey Kei-chan, looks like today would be fun. Well, no matter how many more rivals I have, the goal is still the same. Rivals? Kei-chan, do you think a whale keeps track of all the krill it eats? She's got that many victims. She said that in an unpleasant voice, laughing with the aggressive glint in her eyes reserved solely for club activities. Damn it, Neon. She's as serious as she can get today. I'm not the only one who's serious. Take a look at Rika-chan. Neon pointed, looking at where her finger directed me. Rika's never serious though, oh my god. What the heck is that? Rika-chan was using those kinds of traits to soften up the group with an almost excessive pleasantness. You flirting cow! I'm also going to do my best. Go for it, yay! Oh, is that new music for cute Rika? Or seductive Rika, however you want to look at it. It is, they've got new music to this game. I'm loving that they've changed this arc so much. I was worried that it would be really similar to the first arc and it would get boring, you know, a bit tedious, monotonous, whatever. But no. They've really changed things up quite a bit. Completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. The inside of the store had been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. Damn, she's already chomping at the bit. It seems like today's going to be fun. Another new song. I'm going to be doing my best. How? It seemed that Venna was also unusually fired up by a large crowd. Hopping about and running around, she had entered entirely into cute mode. In Venna's case, the real fun starts when her attention gorge fills up. Oh, hold on. I have to look at the sweets and see if I can recognize any. I know they're Japanese, but I want to I can't really. No, I can't tell what they are. That's a shame. I'd love to recognize like the Chewits or the Starburst or, you know. Her happy-go-lucky attitude belied the fact that this was a state in which she was the most threatening. Mion was making small talk with some of the regular customers she was acquainted with. It was like business as usual with her. Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in our club. She's no ordinary. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct, rising up like a chill wind. I love that they've added this colour for this seriousness. Damn it, Mion! Throwing away your honour on a mandy like that, she's serious. Keiichi-san, didn't you know? 50,000 yen prize is from Mion-san's own pockets. Really? Ooh. She was putting out the 50,000 yen all by herself? At that moment, a dark miasma that warped Mion's surroundings began to appear. She's not going to lose anyway in her mind, is she? So the 50,000 yen is going to be hers anyway. What's it, Kei-chan? Is there something on my face? Hehehe. Eep! A shiver crept up my spine. That Mion, cornering herself like that. She was pulling out the demon lurking within her. Fine with me. Damn it, my knees are shaking like crazy. Oop, sorry, the music might have come through that. Before I realised it, the store had filled up with even more people. However, the looks in their eyes weren't confrontational. They were looks of expectation and curiosity. They were the eyes of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur, and who was going to win. You couldn't ask for a better stage than this. This is getting interesting. Keiichi-kun, let's do our best, okay? Do our best. Ooh. Venna is already charged. Mortal laws and common sense held no power before the might of Venna in her cute mode. I definitely did want to fight her, if possible. Rika-chan, do your best. We're all cheering you on. Okay, I'll do my best. Rika-chan, who was exuding way too much charm, no matter how you looked at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side. She's got the cheerleaders on her side then. Nonchalantly, avoiding things had always been Rika-chan's creed. But for her to be blatantly laying out their machinations like this, something was definitely strange. Like Rena, she was somebody who I didn't want to fight if I could help it. Of course, the one you don't want to fight the most is Mion-san. I've been lucky to even leave alive more than a few times at the end of club activities, but I don't think there was a day that even came close to being this dangerous. Mion-san seems to have developed quite the grudge after losing that poker match a few days back, you know? Seems that way. Sorry, I got phlegm in my throat. In other words, today's just an elaborate stage for her revenge. Almost as though she was psychic, Mion turned towards us. Her eyes silently conveyed the message. You guys just figure that out now. Your eyes are showing. Look at them. It wasn't just Mion. Both Rena and Rika-chan were more pumped up than they'd ever been. Yeah! One's gonna pop up today. Without a doubt, there'll be casualties. Oh god, this can be a heart attack. Seems that somehow Keiichi-san and I are the only ones left. What do you think? Should we not have our match during the opening round? Might as well. I need to warm up before I can really kick it into gear. My spinal column shuddered like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning, and like a pillar of ice was being jammed into it, began to freeze. Uh-oh, what's going on? I could almost see the flames backlighting Sadako with their intensity. Even then, while Sadako was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it were a plastic mask. Heh. You must really want to eliminate me in the opening round. You can't hide that murderous intent. Oh dear, she does look like a future murderer. Oh, that's too bad. You're being uncharacteristically cautious today, Keiichi-san. Oh god, I shouldn't have ate before starting this either. Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up her sleeve, but if I fought with Sadako during the opening round, my loss would be more certain than if I went against Mion. A pitch-black miasma permeated the inside of the store. Did they all want to win that 50,000 yen prize that much? No, that's not right. The only ones competing for the prize money were the casual participants. I was different. I had mistaken this as just a way to fool around on a normal Sunday. It didn't matter when it was, or where it was, or who our opponents were. In our club, the goal is always the very top of the mountain. An intense flame that no strong winds could extinguish, hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. The fuse had been lit on this unprecedentedly intense club battle. It was then that the owner of the store told Mion in a lackadaisical voice that it was about time to begin. Is everybody ready? Listen close now. Mion began with the formalities, standing in for the owner, and explained the rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. There is no second or third place. Oh, we won that 50,000 yen. That's the same rule as our club. There were 15 people participating. We were to split up into 5 groups via a draw, and each group would have one winner, so there might only be a couple of people from our club in each group, kind of thing. Maybe even one. Each winner in the first stage would advance to the next order to compete in the final. No, million. Yes, 5 groups, that's right. Okay. Now, as for how each group will compete, each table can decide to play whatever they want. As long as the game is here in the shop, anything goes. Already in the club mode DEFCON 1, I didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed. Mion, can I ask a question? Won't everybody push to play a game they're good at, not be able to agree on which one? That is true actually. This was in the anime, I'm pretty sure this part, but it looked a bit different. How? That's right. If we can't decide, we can't start. The spectators also nodded along. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody who would simply cede to their opponent's suggestion. Somebody's gonna have to choose. I'd prefer if you were all good sports and managed to come to a decision on your own, but if it comes to a stalemate, should we have the store's owner decide for you? Good idea. It was an event at a toy store after all, although he might be biased towards Mion because she's giving the money and bringing all the support and attention to the shop. You'd expect the owner to referee. After that, Mion's rundown continued. It ended with the rule that any losing participants would have to buy the game they lost at. Oh well, that's not such a bad loss. A rather nice proposition for the store. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that result. You get a game anyway. First, we used a draw to split into 5 groups. Everybody lined up single file and began to draw tickets that the shop owner had prepared. It was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I'd crush him. At that moment, Mion began to laugh with a hawkish gleam in her eye. Of course, I'm sure you already know, but club members will have a separate penalty game than the casual participants. Oh god, I thought as much. What's the gist of it? The winner gets to give the losers one order each. So all the losers are gonna get something bad. Contrary to how simple it sounded, it was a terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Damn you, Mion. Was she really planning on parading me around Hinamizawa in cat ears and a banana hammock with a tail attached or something? The look on Mion's face told me she wasn't going to let me off that easy. On top of that, this time it wasn't just the person who finished last who'd have to submit to the penalty game. The losers get one order each. In other words, even if you don't finish last, you still have to do a penalty game. That'd be the case. What about if there's no winner? Like if all the club members drop out midway through? Oh, could be a good point. Keiichi, you're all right in the head. Of course one of them's gonna win. What? The look in Mion's eye became that of a lion baring its fangs. How exactly are the elite members of our club going to lose to some mewling newborns? Keiichi, don't embarrass me by getting eliminated in the first round. Could happen. Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into it my opponent was, the stronger I would become. You just wait and see. I won't just sit here and be bullied by you, Mion. I'll show you. We shall meet in the finals. Dun dun dun. The results of the draw were enough to make you cry conspiracy. All the members of the club were nicely divvied up among the 5 tables, so it's one in each group. That's good. That's exactly what they wanted. How did this happen when the draw was that random? The thought that I was already caught in Mion's puppet strings made me feel uneasy. That was fine though. I'll crush all your petty tricks. Now, where were my opponents? Everybody was headed to the table corresponding to the number on their ticket. The competition at my table was these two, huh? They look younger than me. Huh? Only 2 classmates of mine. Oh, hi, I'm Tomita. This is Okamura. Okamura-kun greeted me by nodding his head. So my opening round was to be against my juniors from school. Just saying, but it seemed like a pretty easy matchup. Lucky! Time to destroy them without mercy. Alright then everybody, please decide on your games and start. With Mion's declaration, the inside of the store suddenly became lively. Everybody was yelling their favourite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before they started. Even my 2 classmates, who seemed taciturn at first glance, began to fiercely insist on their own games as soon as the signal was given. Of course, I would kick those suggestions aside. There was absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at. Sorry, they're all games I don't know. Could you pick something a little more well known? Of course, they didn't agree to the games I suggested either. I could only smirk bitterly. Naturally, after 5 minutes, this table still couldn't agree on a game. Obeying the rules, we asked the store owner to decide on a game. Clearing his throat, the shop owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. It was a game called Billionaire. Oh, and they won a billion, like by robbing banks. What a coincidence. Quite the vintage we have here. Come to think of it, if you lose, you have to buy this game. Ugh. That damn shop owner was using this competition to get rid of all the games he couldn't sell. It's clever. I know this one. You guys do too, right? Spin the wheel and head to the goal. Whoever has the most money after we liquidate our assets is the winner. The 2 nodded in agreement, and finally the game was underway, so you have to build up your assets as you go on, is it? No, I don't know. At that time I already had a feeling of impending crisis. I wouldn't realise why until the game progressed a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Celebrate the birthday of your child. Receive $5,000 from everybody. Sorry. Oh, okay, I've built a bit of a lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bonus! Receive 100,000 from the bank. Oh my god, Keiichi's doing really well. The tables are returned in an instant. Oh wait, let's have somebody else. 1, 2, 3. Proceed to the corporate ladder course. Whoa, that's a good route. Seems like only my piece was landing on the steady spaces. Oh, he's getting the slow but steady type of game. I had doubts as to why Mion didn't bring out board games for club activities, but that reason was laid bare to me before my eyes. That's right. I had only realised it now. This game was completely based on luck. Mion couldn't cheat, could she, if they played board games? What could I possibly do to make sure I ended up in first place at the end? The ultimate outcome of this game was decided in a place beyond human hands. How were the other club members doing? My eyes naturally wandered off to the other tables. Mion's table was... what? They weren't doing anything? Had they still not decided on the game? This naive idea existed to distract me from the most frightening possibility, that she already won. Mion was lounging about, leisurely holding some juice she bought from the vending machine outside in one hand. When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. It couldn't be. She'd already finished. What game was it? That easily? It was probably too late to be concerned with that at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started, and her two opponents were already beyond recourse. They were sitting there, slumped over in disappointment. What a bitch. Muttering to themselves, trying to figure out where they went wrong. For that, they'd find no answer. Was there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as Mion? Oh wow, she already won. Then what about Renner's table? The spectators were causing quite a commotion. Looked like the game was Karuta. No idea what that is. The shop owner is apparently the one reading out the cards. Renner tended to dawdle along and space out a lot. Once you have a hard time with this game, then I'll read it out. The dog gets tired on a walk. What? At the same instant, the shop owner began sounding out the words. The card in question disappeared off the face of the table. No, the face of the earth. Oh, I did see this. This was in the anime. It was like a load of cards spread out on a table, and the shop owner reads the name of a card, and the people around the cards on the table have to pick up the card quickly before the other two. The same card that was read out loud, you know? So you win by getting more matches, kind of. Impossible. Where'd it go? It was against Renner's cheek. She was rubbing it there. She loves puppies. How? So cute! I'm taking it home. Looking at the card Renner was rubbing against her cheek, it was some anime-themed version of Karuta, with rather cute illustrations decorating the cards. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a slightly large chest, panting and half in tears as she was being pulled along on a chain. Of course she has a slightly large chest. And of course she's in a sex position. With those types of pictures, even I could play with godlike speed. Of all people to play that game, it had to be Renner. It's entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking the sound barrier. It's over, so Renner's won as well. That's 2 out of 5 of us. Mia smiled coolly. Seeing no further reason to keep watching, she turned back. So cute, so cute. Even if Renner wins, I'll still buy these cards. I'm taking them home. After that, the second the cards started being read. Bam! Bam! Such decisive sounds echoed. Well then, how about Sadako? Oh, she was playing a rather orthodox game. Concentration. I veered the name of the game. Judging from the distressed look on Sadako's face, it seemed that she was struggling somehow. Oh, is she going to go out first round? One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. Oh, I'd be bad at that then. As the number of cards to memorize decreases, it becomes easier to match several pairs in a row. Oh, it's like pairs, just you have to do it against other people, and it speeds up. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that the first person to take over the flow of the match can run away as the winner. The cards still in play had decreased. If you memorize the cards that had been turned over before, you should have a good chance to sweep the table at this point. Sadako probably knew the positions of all the remaining cards. However, her turn came a little too late. If her opponent followed up, the match would be decided. Huju, sorry, but I'm also aiming for the prize money. Don't hate me for this. This guy, did he have the locations of the remaining cards memorized? He was completely certain of his victory. The tension on his face relaxed. It's over. I whispered that in a bored manner as I turned my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? No way! The Ace of Hearts should have been here. There was commotion at Sadako's table as the shout rang out. The other two at my table turned round in surprise. I didn't. After all, there really wasn't anything to be surprised about. The onlookers were confounded, most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way, I must be seeing things. It must have been because I was excited. So assured in his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. So, Sadako has won as well. That's how it is. If this opponent wasn't Sadako, then the Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. Oh, what's he saying? What a fool. When you're up against Sadako, you can't let your guard down for a moment until the battle is over. Keiichi-san, you still haven't finished your match? You have no sense for these things. With a refined tone of voice, reserved for only winners, Sadako called out to me. For the casual observer, it must have looked like she only eked out the victory. I eked. From my point of view, however, she was only playing around. The roles of winner and loser had already been decided. It was nothing more than child's play. The laughable part about it was that her opponent didn't know his role had already been assigned. Nice work there, setting up a farce of a trap with the Ace of Hearts. My opponent only walked into one of my traps. Even then, one was more than enough. Sadako was a trapper. Her true talent was never having one misfire. Setting off only one trap was more than enough. Ain't that cool? The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only added to my impatience at my own lack of progress. Alright, how's Rika-chan doing? Oh yeah, we don't know what she's doing yet. How's our club's sly little fox doing? What the heck is that? Over in that corner, the mood of that table was decidedly different from the others. The game at Rika-chan's table was, you know, that battery-powered fishing game? I've seen it about. It's very Japanese, isn't it? The one where the fish opened and closed their mouths as they rotated on the platform, and you used a magnetic fishing rod to pick them up. That old thing. It seemed they planned on competing by seeing who could catch the most fish, but it had become an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive. Wow, I caught one! You're so good! Rika-chan, you're good at this. Oh my, she caught another one. Rika-chan's really good at this. I knew that Rika-chan had already charmed her opponents, along with the onlookers, before the matches had even begun, but I bet she actually got the game she wanted by charming them. Brilliantly played. That corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Furude fan club. It's Rika-chan's total victory. It's only Keiichi left now. Total victory. Rika-chan's good at fishing, isn't she? What Rika-chan's trolling for probably isn't fish. Hearing that, she glanced over at my way briefly. It's my way of getting serious. That's what I heard. It's a masterful technique that only Rika is allowed. Only Rika can do. Yeah. A masterful technique. Oh, there's One Piece in the background on one of the posters. I only just noticed that on the one picture. Hi, Bao-san. It's your turn. Not that I've seen One Piece. I haven't, but I know the character. Oh, sorry. Guess it is. 1, 2. I thought he got 5 just now. Fined for tax evasion. Pay $50,000. Oh shit, he's going out, didn't he? In contrast, my game. What an unseemly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing. Keiichi-kun, could it be you're struggling? You're struggling? Okamura, right now, how much money do you have? Okamura, who had wrung lots of money out of the elite course, began to count through a stack of white $100,000 bills. About 980,000, I guess. Oh my god. How much money do you have, Tomita? I have 880,000. I'm still close enough to turn this around. Yeah. Those two looked like they would easily surpass $1 million. How about Keiichi? How much do you have? Neon's tone of voice was grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust as club president. It's not Keiichi's fault, it's a luck game. It can't be helped. There's no strategy involved other than spin the wheel in this game. Exactly. How am I supposed to cheat? Tell those two to close their eyes and count to 100 while I rig the wheel? You know there's no way I can do that. Rika-chan gently patted my head. Still, she wasn't too happy. Aw, you're all disappointed. How pathetic. At one point I thought you'd be a worthy adversary. I've been utterly disillusioned. Aw, Keiichi. Don't give up, Keiichi-kun. There has to be some way to make a comeback. Do your best. Right till the end. Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? Right, Neon? Neon's face, however, was almost unbelievably indifferent, like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word. Hey, me... There was a pathetic voice that irked even myself. I'm disappointed. Everybody was serious about this, but Kei-chan was the only one who wasn't. It's not his fault! What do you mean by serious? You tell me to control the spinner through sheer force of will? How can I do that? I think they're all doing it just to annoy him. If you were serious about it, you'd have settled the game 10 seconds from when you started. Mi-chan, you don't have to get so angry. Wait. Neon, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. Maybe it was because it had become an awkward situation, with the spectators dispersed from around my table. Damn it, you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying if I was serious, I would have settled this game in chance in 10 seconds? If I was serious, everybody was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious? Ugh! Should we continue the game? Yeah, go on. Two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond to that. The table sank into silence. Bye, Balgun. Should I take that to mean you're giving up? No! The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the cancellation of the game. At that moment... Let me have a drink a sec. Sorry, you're gonna hear this. The demon inside me let loose a howl and awakened. Yum, yum. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious. I'll show you! Here you go. Bam! I clap my hands on their shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling them closer. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, let's make a deal. Let me win. The two of them, not immediately understanding what I just said or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused. Hey, my Bao-san, no violence. Let's settle this game properly. Just listen to what I have to say. What is it you guys want? The 50,000 yen prize? Well, of course. Winning that kind of money is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Even supposing you win, what are you going to do with that money? How are you going to enjoy it? The two of them considered it briefly. Buy a new game or something? Snacks? Maybe some juice. That's petty. So petty. You guys stupid? Then, how will you enjoy it if you win, my Bao-san? Me? That's the point. Just shut up and listen to what I have to say. We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to order the other club members around. First of all, Tomita-kun, you like Satoko, right? Don't deny it. Next, Okamura-kun, you like Rika, right? Oh, he's gonna set him up. Don't turn red. I drew the two of them red-faced and conscious of whether anybody else heard what I just said. Even closer. Lollies, moe, pretty girls. What men covet, what men dream about. It's like an unreachable Garden of Eden. Even then, you'd still aim for it, wouldn't you? That's because our passionate souls scream for moe. That sensitive age where you couldn't say you liked the girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all the more power. Tomita-kun, if I win, I'll make Satoko wear a collar and be a little sister for a day. Shh. The red fountain spewed from both of Tomita-kun's nostrils. Also, oh my god, I can't say his name. Okamura-kun. I'll put Katya's on Rika-chan and let you take her out for a walk on a leash. Oh, blood erupted from the vein in Okamura-kun's forehead. Don't be shy. Just pretend to force you to go along with me. You two are simply sacrifices to Maibara's sun-sized whims. You can pretend to be against it. I understand. I know everything that your hearts desire. Then I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice. My school life was very bleak. I know with my very body how foolish it is to waste such an important time in your lives. So, to you, my juniors, I don't want you to live your lives like that. Be honest with yourselves. Chase your dreams. Fulfill them. I'll fulfill them for you. I will! My god, he's a good leader. It was this moment that the values of men bridged generations. My Baba-san! Did I ever have a mentor who ever spoke my mind for me so strongly? Never. There was no way there was. That's because in a man's lifetime, he'll only have 3 fateful encounters. That valuable first time is being experienced right this moment with these two. It's fine then. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Game over! It was such an assertive declaration of the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit, and all the spectators certain of my loss. Keiichi-san, what happened? Who won? It was my complete victory. What did you say? Exactly how did you overcome that situation? There's no need to explain what happened. There was a gentleman's agreement, right guys? Yeah, yes sir! The two of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here during those 3 minutes, the spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage. You did it, Keiichi-kun, yay! The spectators were puzzled at how I was able to so quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy, is he able to control the spin wheel with his eyes or something? It's a miracle! What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that neon, you know. There's no doubt he had some strange trick up his sleeve. I looked at the crowd, who couldn't help but be excited. Out of the corner of my eye, now fully awakened and in battle mode, I let out a derisive laugh. So this is what it means for me to be serious. Neon. We took your sweet time. Baring our fangs at each other, we laughed together in a most unsightly fashion. With this, all the club members have cleared the first round then. Yeah, all 5 are through. Which means this time, it's a match against everybody. A match! I've already decided what I'm going to buy with the prize money. That's confident. That's only natural, right? Sadako and Ren smiled, sneered at each other. These guys. Do they really think they can win against Keiichi Maibara when he gets serious? Mion, that was a mistake. You shouldn't have offered me advice just now. What a mewling newborn you are. You're a million light years too early to think you can win against me. Mion, light years are a measure of distance. Oh, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed. That's right. What are we doing, Michan? How are the five of us going to face off? How? Well now. We have such a splendid lineup. It would be a waste to rush things. Mia's saying something complicated again. It couldn't be. Why you? Mion's hair flowed elegantly, almost like a cape, as she turned her back to the table. As for today's contest, I, Club President Mion Sanzaki, will reserve judgment for now. The method and time are yet undecided. The more spectators, the better. It should be in front of everybody from Hinamizawa and Okinamaya. By then, we'll know the best way to finally settle things. Are you running away from this? This is too unfair, even for you, Mion-san. You newborn. Do you still not realise what's happened? That's a new catchphrase for her, I don't know. Newborn. Used to be like old man or something. The combative aura billowing out of Mion's body formed a barrier, stopping Sadako's advance. We'll meet again, young grasshopper. Prepare yourself for your inevitable defeat. With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. Ho ho ho. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted into cheers. When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious. The other members did great too. They all did, to be fair. That new guy Mayabara, he's got some strange power. He turned the tables in an instant. Mayabara-san, you've got to win. Yeah! I'll dunk someone like Mion headfirst into the river Styx for you. Oh my god, don't kill her. The part of the crowd that had apparently overheard the covenant between Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun and myself erupted into a cheer again. Mion's going to win anyways. She's the undefeated Empress. I'm betting on Mion. No, it's going to be Renna with that ungodly speed. Sadako the trap artist. Rika the siren. That's true, they've all got something going for them. Maybe a long shot, but it'll be Mayabara. However, right now, I had no ear for those cheerful voices. Setting the stage for this huge match, and then running away like that, I wasn't going to forgive Mion. Outside of the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her off. Don't run away, Mion. If you're the club president, don't run. Fight me! Oh, sorry, Kai-chan. Right now, I've got to get to my part-time job. Ooh, she's got a job. Huh? Like you would see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in opposite directions until I was doing the splits. Yeah, while you were playing your game, Michan received a phone call. It's too bad. Ah, it was just getting good too. Not our lucky day. They're getting crushed at the sale over at my uncle's store. They don't have enough people to work the registers, so he called me for help. When you say your uncle, does he manage a supermarket or something? It's just a small store, but whenever you put stuff on special, all the housewives swarm in like locusts. Don't they have any common sense? Even though they don't have enough staff, they're selling a carton of eggs for 10 yen, limit 1 per customer. 10 yen? That's tiny, innit? And that, what's that, like 10p? Or something? Well, I don't know, somewhere around it. I was a little surprised. You would never think that this was the club president exuding such a dark aura inside the store just a short time ago. It was the usual Mion right now, almost exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. That's right. Club mode was over now. But it was really heated today. It really was fun. Damn Mion, she really knows how to fire people up. That was a really good club activity section for this arc actually. It's starting really good. Me too. I got so fired up my head started to tingle. Especially Kai-chan. That was scary. I thought he was going to eat me alive there. It's work, so I guess there's nothing you can do. But it's really too bad. I really want to continue this another time. Of course. Anytime is good. How about we do it at the Watanagashi festival? Yeah, do it at the Cotton Drifting. Cotton Drifting 5 Demon Firefight. That's right. I'll think about it. Right now, what were Rika-chan and Mion talking about? But now everyone won't be able to watch unless they all go to the festival. Maybe that's the point. Watanagashi festival? Cotton Drifting 5 Demon what? Okay, you don't know about it in this world. You don't know what the festival is. Live it when things turn out all over the top and manga-like. It'd be nice if we could have another thrill and club activity like this soon. She laughed with a smile that made you feel refreshed just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it is. Is he giving it to us? Thank you everybody for today. Thanks to you, the event went really well. It's not much, but just a little something for you guys. What do we get? Hey, Uncle Yashiro. Isn't there a little something for me too? My. Quite an adorable one, is it not? When Satoko and Rika-chan opened up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside. Oh, nice. Wow, they're so cute. Can I take them home? I really can. Which means there's something for me too. Oh, I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you'd use to play house. It suits Keiichi so much. And his eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Satoko was the same, and Rika-chan too. Kai-chan got the one that fits him the least. How would I say this? I could say it's pretty or cute. Well, I guess it's cute and pretty. I can admit, it's adorable, but a doll with changeable clothes is... If you walked around with it, then you'd be treated like a weirdo starting tomorrow, definitely. Mion didn't have to go that far. This wasn't something a guy like me should be carrying around. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Rena instead. She was staring at it quite a lot. Huh? You're giving it to me? To Rena? Thank you! Just protecting myself. If I didn't give it to Rena, then walking the streets at night would be scary. Ahaha. No doubt. I thought about giving it to Mion, but it just didn't feel right. No? You know it. I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy. It's bad that you're a girl. If you're a boy, I would have killed you already. Aha! You should kill me while you still can. If you don't, Kai-chan, you might not live to regret it. Knowing what sort of horror-ish game this is. Mion laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everybody laughed heartily along with her. Ask God to make you a boy in your next life. I'll also ask him to make me a boy. Then together, the two of us will start with taking over the country as a warm-up. Mion-chan, if you don't get going soon, you're gonna miss work, the shop owner told him meekly. The lot of us looked like we were having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put a wet blanket on things. Good old shop owner. Later then. Today was really fun. I'll see you later, guys. Tomorrow at school. Don't be late for work. Everybody waved their hands and watched as Mion left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting and the breeze carried a hint of chill. Christ, that was a long game. Should we play for a bit more in town? Or should we go home? The road gets scary when it's dark. They want to go home. Then I guess it's time to leave. We certainly caused a ruckus today. We sure did. Okay, let's go home. The wind blew gently as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind. Oh, that's right. Rena-san, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you? When Rena gets like that, I'm sorry to say it, but there's no winning against her. Haha. It was because the cards were so cute. Oh, I love this song. See? I bought them. I actually love this song. I want to turn it up. Hold on. Rika is the same as usual. When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby. It was an easy win. How much was calculated and how much was natural? I get scared when I think about how Rika will turn out in the future. Yahaha! Satoko-chan was amazing too. The way it ended was really exciting. Yeah, that Ace of Hearts. It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented. Keiichi, you also showed your fangs at the end there. Well, I guess. I'm the type of guy who's strongest when he's cornered. Tomita-san and the others seem to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about? You made some sort of promise with Tomita and Okamura. It's probably a secret. Uh-oh, don't let them know. A secret? A secret. Ooh, I wonder what it is, I wonder. Sometimes, for a man, there are times we can only understand one another by fighting. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents and reflected on how fun today was. Everybody look. The sunset is beautiful. Sadako, getting even more excited, pointed, waiting where her finger indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows of us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. Oh, that was nice. That was a really nice opening chapter. A long one. I'm hoping there's midway points, like with the first game, and the future chapters, and maybe this was a long one to get you into it, kind of. I hope so, because that was long. You've received a new tip. Who's Mion's uncle? Yeah, let's carry on. Let's just check out the tip. Oh, achievement. Game Masters. That's the spinning wheel I was talking about. I was imagining like a stood-up spinning wheel. Like with a frame, and you would spin the wheel off it. Well, I don't know. It could have been. Wait there, I want to go back. Just for a sec. I want to see if it shows the ones from the first game. I think... No, because they're two entirely different games. The two arcs. They're not linked in save files or anything. Ah, you can shut your eyes. Who's Mion's uncle? We found this out in the first arc. Sort of. Yep. Sorry. I suddenly got called into my part-time job at my uncle's shop today. What's that? No club today then? Well, I'm sorry. Mion put her hands together in apology and grinned. If you really want to do club activity today, then you can always do it without this old man. The club locker is stuffed full with games. You can pick whatever. The club locker was a trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met for club activities. I wondered how so many freaking games could be stored in the locker. It was even smaller than the one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, there's also a cornucopia of suspicious objects, costumes, and punishment games. If we lined them all up on the floor in order to sort them, it would definitely fill the entire classroom. Nah, we shouldn't. I get the feeling that if I mess around in that locker, everything inside will come tumbling down on me. Ah, yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe amateurs shouldn't meddle with this. Mion gave a hearty laugh, implying that the only one who could do so was the club president. Me. The teacher's looking for the key to the gym storehouse. Do you have any idea where it could be? Eh? Why would she know? Did I not return it to the teacher's lounge? Mion said, feeling about in her pocket. Judging by her expression, she must have planned on returning it, but it was still in her pocket. I knew you had it, Mion-san. I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you simply must have been the one who had it. I was right too. Satoko and I were both right. Giggling, Satoko and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration. You're annoying. Oh dear. Mion elbowed Satoko and Rika-chan in their heads, then headed for the teacher's lounge. Oh, right. Have you two heard? Mion has a part-time job, that's why she's not coming to the club. We just heard, yeah. Oh, is that so? That's so very droll of her. Me. The two of them made disappointed faces. Whatever anyone said, Mion's club was always the number one thing I looked forward to when going to school. It wasn't hard to agree with their melancholic expressions after hearing it wouldn't be happening today. So Mion's got a part-time job. Wonder what she's doing anyway. Whenever Mion cancelled club, it was usually because of her job. However, it also didn't seem like she went there every day. She would go 2 or 3 days in a row, then not go out at all for a while. Sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job. It does. When she's needed, that's what it probably is. She isn't working at any one shop or anything. She isn't? Then does that mean she's a labourer? Mion, wearing socks and a helmet, sweating to death in a factory. I couldn't imagine such a thing. No me. Mion-san helps her uncles out whenever their employees go on vacations. She's like a handyman. Ah, I get it. Now that you mention it, her having a job at her uncle's place, I think I've heard about that before. She has a lot of uncles who run their own shops, so Mi is in very high demand. She has a lot of uncles who own shops? A lot of them? She has a million uncles. Oh, you were unaware, Keiichi-san? There are many relatives of Mion-san's in Okinamaya who run their own stores. Huh? I didn't know that. So they're all different kinds? Yes. There's a bakery, a produce market, a ramen shop, and many others besides. That toy store we went to for the club the other day is one of them. I was dumbfounded. That's amazing. Is Mion's family blessed with some kind of crazy business sense? There's so many different things, it's kind of amazing. There are others like a loan shark, a land shark, a strip club, and a brothel. Oh, lovely. I wonder if she works there. All I'm saying is they do lots of things. Okay, a couple of weird things came up that time, but still. I could tell it was pretty extensive. So the reason she's so fussy about returning money she lent you is because the blood of loan sharks runs through her veins, huh? That explains that. Once I completely forgot to pay me back for money she gave me to go shopping, and she threatened me, saying that if I didn't return it all, she'd throw me into the red light district, and that would be the end of me. What a bitch. Rika-chan began being sold into the entertainment industry to pay off her debts. Ah crap, my nosebleed. Dying by being thrown on the ground must be the silliest form of death I've ever heard of. Huh. She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently, she seems so unspoiled. Rika-chan and I gave her a pat on the head. Why are you petting me? We're petting you because you're a good girl, Sadako. A very good girl. Sadako was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand she was being made fun of. That was a good one. I enjoyed that too. Okay, so this has been GreenyXI. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's a long episode, but they might all be if there's no midway points. I want to keep it a chapter at a time, or a midway at a time if that now worked out, like we did with the first arc kind of thing. Oh yeah. If you don't care about Final Fantasy X, then just finish off here. I just want to say, from now on, in the past, it's been Final Fantasy X like every 2 days, maybe 3 days, based on how much work I have and how tired I am afterwards and how long the rendering takes for the episode kind of thing for Final Fantasy X. Now, to fill in the gap days, it's going to go every other day. So Final Fantasy X, then Higurashi, Final Fantasy X, then Higurashi. So Final Fantasy X won't actually be taken any longer. It's just it's got things filling in the days off with Higurashi. I'm hoping it works out like that. If I get too tired to record one type and I go more episodes of another type, it might end up being 2 of the same game in a row. 2 days in a row of the same game. I don't know how it's going to work out. Just keep an eye on the channel. There'll be an episode every day regardless, unless I'm extremely tired, then we'll have to skip one. But check out my Twitter. It's a link on my main YouTube page if you want to get to that. And I will say what's going on that day if I'm not uploading or whatever. So thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you again in a bit when we check out the second part. See you in a bit, folks.